Hello students, today we will discuss electric field intensity at a point due to infinite long charge rod and infinite plane charge sheet. To determine the electric field intensity at a point due to continuous charge distribution such as infinite long charge rod and infinite plane charge sheet, we apply Gauss law. So let us consider an infinite long charge rod with uniform positive charge distribution. Let lambda is the linear charge density of the rod. So lambda represents the magnitude of charge per unit length of the rod. To determine the electric field intensity at point P, which is at a distance r from the rod, this electric field intensity at point P is given by EP equal to lambda upon 2 pi epsilon naught r. So for a charge rod with high linear charge density, electric field intensity at point P, which is at a distance r from the rod, will be high. So electric field intensity at a point is inversely proportional to the distance of the point from the rod. So as the distance of the point from the rod increases, electric field intensity at the point decreases. Let n cap is the unit vector perpendicular to the rod. So the direction of electric field intensity at point P is in the direction of unit vector n cap. Or electric field intensity at point P is always perpendicular to infinite long uniformly charged rod. Let us consider an infinite plane charge sheet with uniform positive charge distribution. Let sigma is the surface charge density of the sheet. So sigma represents the magnitude of charge present on unit area of the charge sheet. The electric field intensity at point P, which is at a distance r from infinite plane charge sheet, is given by EP equal to sigma upon 2 epsilon naught. From the equation, it is evident that this electric field intensity at point P is independent of the distance of point P from infinite plane charge sheet. So whether the point P is closer to the sheet or far from the sheet, the electric field intensity will remain the same. Higher is the surface charge density sigma of the sheet, higher is the electric field intensity at the point. Hence, electric field intensity at a point depends on the surface charge density of infinite plane charge sheet and is independent of the distance of the point from the charge sheet. Let n cap is the unit vector perpendicular to the plane of the charge sheet. Then the direction of electric field intensity at point P is in the direction of vector n cap. So the electric field intensity at point P is always perpendicular to the plane of the infinite long plane charge sheet. In other words, electric field intensity is always directed normal to the plane of infinite plane charge sheet. It is along the area of the infinite plane charge sheet. So it is along the area vector. An example on Gauss law. This is question number 5 asked in UPSEE examination 2019. Figure shows a non-conducting semicircular rod in XY plane. Top half quarter circle has uniform linear charge density minus lambda, whereas remaining half has uniform linear charge density plus lambda. what is the direction of the net electric field at point P? So in this question we are given a negatively charged quarter circle of linear charge density minus lambda and a positively charged quarter circle of linear charge density plus lambda. There is a point P placed between two oppositely charged quarter circle. We have to determine the direction of the net electric field intensity at point P. So to determine the direction of net electric field intensity at point P, we consider a positive test charge placed at point P. The positively charged quarter circle exerts an electrostatic force of repulsion on positively charged test charge placed at point P. As a result, the electric field intensity at point P due to positively charged quarter circle is in the direction of E positive, which is the direction of electrostatic force of repulsion. Similarly, the negatively charged quarter circle exerts an electrostatic force of attraction on positive test charge placed at point P. Hence, the direction of electric field intensity at point P will be in the direction of electrostatic force of attraction, which is in the direction of E negative. The electric field intensity E positive can be resolved into two components, E positive X in X direction and E positive Y in Y direction. Similarly, the electric field intensity E negative can be resolved into two components, E negative X in negative X direction and E negative Y in positive Y direction. Since the linear charge density of the two oppositely charged quarter circle are equal, hence the magnitude of electric field intensity at point P due to positively charged quarter circle E plus will be equal to the magnitude of electric field intensity at point P due to negatively charged quarter circle E minus. Hence the components E negative X and E positive X are equal and in opposite directions on the X axis, so they will cancel out. On the other hand, the components E negative Y and E positive Y are in the same direction, which is along the positive Y axis. Hence these both components will be added up to contribute the net electric field intensity at point P. Hence the net electric field intensity at point P will be in the positive Y direction.